look, Mary Tennant and I often look at each office. We sometimes don't get through all 700 and 700 and whatever the number is. But I always see how at the end of the year there are like 20 to 30 to 40 agents that need to be dehired because they haven't done diddly squat, haven't done a thing. And usually, not always, but usually this happens because you guys don't have a clue about how to recruit a new person. You recruit an experienced agent in a far different way than you do a new person. And I want to tell you how to recruit a new person. And I want to give you an example, a story to illustrate my point. Years ago when I was CEO, I went to Houston. Of course, it was a whole different group of team leaders back then. But there was one team leader that was really struggling with new people. Her office was full of only new people, no experienced people to hardly speak of. She became known as having a body shop. You know, the people in the marketplace, oh, all they have over there is a body shop and a bunch of people who don't do anything. Well, I think actually the team leader was kind of afraid to recruit experienced people, but she was spending way too much time with a new person. You know, you want to spend a bunch of time with an experienced person in the recruiting process. So I went there, and she had an appointment at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. This guy came in. I walked over to him and I said, I am so excited. I get to be the person who visits with you today. And this could be a long meeting or this could be a short meeting. I don't know which it will be. But I do want you to know that we have only one opening for a new person, because you do. Only one at a time. One opening for a new person, and I'm going to be visiting with 5 or 10 people, and I intend to choose the person I believe has the greatest chance for success. So come on in, have a cup of coffee. So the guy sits down, he has the cup of coffee, and I look at him and I say, now here's how you do it. I want to ask you the magical question. He said, what is the magical question? I said, tell me, what have you done since you graduated from high school and college that you are so proud of? And he sat in his chair and he squirmed and he said, let's see, what have I done? Let me think. And I give him 40 seconds. So I glanced at my watch and I gave him 40 seconds, and for 40 seconds he squirmed and said, let's see, what have I done that I'm proud of? And then I grabbed his hand and I said, Randy, it's been so nice to meet you. If I decide to have a second interview, I will call you. I had him out of that office in less than 5 minutes. Why in the world would I ever want to spend my time with somebody who can't tell me what they've done they're proud of?
You wouldn't ask me to leave. I'd have told you.
Oh, sure you would.
Number one salesman for...
When Gary Keller asked me that when he was interviewing me to be CEO, I looked at him and I said, darling, how much time do you have? Asking, that's exactly what I said. And so then at 4 o'clock that day, she had an appointment with another agent. And it was a woman. And I met her at the door and I said, I get to be the one to talk to you today, and I want you to know I'm really excited that this could be a short meeting or it could be a long meeting, because we only have one opening and we're going to recruit a group of people, like 5 or 10, and then select the one we think who has the greatest chance for success. And so then she sat down, we gave her coffee, and I said, I want to ask you the magical question. What have you done since high school or college that you are really proud of? And she sat there and looked at me and she said, let me tell you what, in college, I organized the spring sing. I was president of my sorority, blah, 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 blah. I married my husband. We moved to Houston. I was president of, I think it was the Republican Women's Club. We won an award. We went to Washington. I organized this. I did that. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, I love this. Now, she went on to become a really good agent. And that's the question you need to ask every single new person. I don't care if you've known them for 50 years.